Okay, Coach, we're in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns.
We play to win. Let's go! Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. We ain't giving up nothing.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Mariota to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Wilkins able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They go play action. Mariota. He's going to launch this thing way down. It got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A huge play that time for the Colts. 51 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he'll find Hall. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
On the double. 50, Mike, 50. Target. Now.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Second and 17 at the 16-yard line.
'26 Mike. Watch the run. Go.
Throwing on second and long. Lock. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. He finds his target, Beckham. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 27-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Break. 26 Mike. Here we go, G. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. He's checking. Hey! Crash. 26.
Locke now on 1st down. And this is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Watch the pass. Check 99.
Ready. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
So don't say nothing.
They just get the play off. Now Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Second and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Mariota. And that is incomplete here.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's third down and 5 yards to go.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Here's Hines. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A toss play to Chubb. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
26 Mike. I got you, son.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. That's taken in by Callaway. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I got you, boy. Kill.
To throw is Mariota. Incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
You ain't doing nothing. Three. Alpha. Check right, six. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Mariota. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. This is Hines. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw Mariota. Able to find Deion Kane, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Indianapolis.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns' drive about to get started. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the safety creep.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Okay, ready? 50, Mike 50. Hey, watch the ball, Kill.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I can't believe it. Hurry. I can't believe they even touched.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Set, ready, 70, Indy.
Check the backer.
General West. Hey, high 7. Deep grip.
On play action, Locke. And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position, a couple of 1st downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You can't block me.
Now it's Hines. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Campbell making the catch. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Indianapolis.
I know he ain't got it. Check 37.
They run with Hines. He finds an opening past the 40. The 40. 30. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Block now on first down. He's going to fire one deep. It's caught inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
The kicker on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Point after, right down the middle. And it makes the score 21-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Hey, here we go.
Now on second and 16, Mariota. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. Returnable here from the 38. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Locke to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Ready.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check out route.
80 weapon. Let's go.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
26
Hey,
Mike.
orbit.
26 Mike. 26 Mike. Let's go, ahead.
On first down, Locke. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Ready up.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Lights. Get it.
They give the Chubb out of the gun, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, box drop.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup. Lock now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lock. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mariota now. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mariota to throw it. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Big stop, let's go!
Throwing is Mariota. And he'll find Hall. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Hines. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Right here.
Blue 18.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Lock now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Ready, set.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Check 4.
Locke gonna throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A gain there of 21 yards.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
SOS. Kill. Hey, turn
Clock now on first down. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Lock now. After the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it second and 12.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Watch the pass. Man left, man left. 3 down, 3 down.
On second down, here's Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Oh, go.
On third and long, it's Locke. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ben Banagoo, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now, and that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Topper!
They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
It's a gain of 34.
First down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
51 to Mike.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Catch made here by Campbell. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment and shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Block working out of the gun. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, check Mike 6.
From the gun, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Break. 22's coming, 22's coming, Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
They run again on 1st down, Cho. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. But I'm not sure this is going to stand.
Let's go. Ready? 10-2 soft. 50, Mike 50, huh? Watch the pass. Ready?
Following the penalty, Chum. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Hey, Haywood. Slam. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Five.
From midfield, here's Locke. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Ben Banagoo able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Look, squeeze.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Why? Get hit it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Locke to throw for it on 4th. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Let's go now. 15 line. Hey, wahoo!
Tight end's right. Hey. We got 3. 3 down. Hey, Mike's 50.
Yeah.
Shotgun snap to Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw it is Locke. Now a desperation throw deep down, and it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
I got one. 6 guys.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
All day, just like that.
Hey, check Mike. 3. Let go.
Mike 6.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas, and the 49ers have scored again, really extending that lead. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
26 Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Get it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
26 Mike. Let's go.
From the gun, Locke. That's taken in by Callaway. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.